Hey, welcome back to the Big Rand Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, this is going to be a new segment here, which I had done before, but I had stopped doing because people weren't watching it, but I think I'm going to do it a little different this time. But anyhow, this is going to be the weekend review. It was supposed to come out on Sunday, but I was busy with other things, and so here it is. Last week brought us the worst that America has to offer. From a bombing suspect who was sending bombs to people that just because they didn't like Donald Trump or they weren't supporters of Donald Trump, from Hillary Clinton to Barack Obama to Cory Booker, Maxine Waters, and a number of other prominent Democratic, legislators and former presidents. Now, that man was arrested, and there's been a bunch of conspiracy BS since then, but the fact is, his fingerprints are on the bombs. At least one of them. And I believe they said they had found his fingerprints on others as well. People are trying to put this off as if it was some kind of Democrat doing this kind of stuff, when the man was spotted at multiple Trump rallies holding signs that showed that he had lots of support for Donald Trump and absolutely no support for people like Hillary Clinton, CNN, things like that, with signs, showing, targets on these people. A picture of his van shows you the story of how this man, viewed life and viewed Trump as good and everyone else as evil, especially Democrats. So we can stop with the speculation on what this guy was about. Do I believe that Donald Trump is solely to blame? No. Do I believe his rhetoric could have led to some of this? Yes. And the same goes for the next story I'll talk about after we get done with this one. The man tried to hurt or kill former presidents, former presidential running candidates, and active people in Congress. That is not American. That is un-American. We solve our problems at the ballot box. We do not solve our problems with violence. We've done that before, as I mentioned in a previous video. We've done that before, and we saw what it led to. All it did was led to a divided country with lots of dead Americans. Let's not return to those kind of days. And then, of course, you had the shooting at the synagogue, which killed 11 people. Why? Well, it's simple. All the anti-immigrant rhetoric and anti-Jewish rhetoric that you've heard in the media, especially from places over on Fox News. There again, the person to blame is the shooter. But we can't sit there and ignore the fact that rhetoric may have led to some of this problem. According to police, he told the police that all these Jews must die. That is what the police say he said. And he had posted on social media about how the immigrants have got to be stopped and this or that. And what did this one Jewish center have to do with any of the immigration thing? That's right. They were helping refugees and stuff like that get resettled in the U.S. And so what was his solution? Instead of going and have a conversation with the people, he decided he would kill them. Because he was an anti-Semitic asshole. But like I said, last week showed us the worst that America has to offer. And I truly deep down believe that America is better than what we showed last week. I believe we as a people, we as a country, are better. I believe that we are far superior to what we saw some of our American citizens do last week. I believe we are far better than that. And I want to, over the next 2 months, over the next holiday season, between Thanksgiving to Christmas, I want to bring to you some of those stories. Some of the stories that show that America is not a nation of racist and anti-Semitic jerks. It's not a place where we all deal with violence to solve our political differences. I want to show you stories that show that Americans are more united than the media will let you know. That Americans are more united against hate than our president will let you know. Most Americans do not support hate. Most Americans support love and compassion for their fellow Americans, not death and disdain. So, over the next 2 months, starting in November, I will bring you stories, good news stories, from police officers rescuing a child who was choking, to Good Samaritans helping people on the side of the road, from people that work at animal rescues to people that work to save children from human trafficking. Those are the stories I will bring you in the next 2 months. I hope you will join me for those videos. And I just want everyone to know that as bad as last week was, and as devastating as that attack was on those people in that synagogue, America is still here. We are still strong. We are still united. We will not let the dregs of society divide this country anymore. We will not stand idly by while people murder Jewish people simply for practicing their faith. We will no longer stand for people to use violence to dictate a political end in this country. Anyhow, y'all have a happy Halloween tomorrow if you can. Keep the people in Pittsburgh in your thoughts and prayers, especially the families of the victims. And don't forget to get out and vote this next week. Anyhow, this has been the Big Grand Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck, and I'll see you down there.